So we're standing here in front of the Independence of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. This is the third ship now that they've sent with a commitment to many more. So they've not only offered transport for an enormous amount of goods. You can see here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 flatbeds. This has been going on almost weekly since we've started. And in addition, they've given us grants that have helped us distribute this as basically sprinkle this all throughout the country, right? From end to end, this aid is being distributed. In addition, we have generators, we have supplies from Good 360 that are mattresses and tarps, and then we have our food kits, see, with hygiene packages from Good 360. And then these food kits are also going in partnership with JDF, and they're being dropped off with our partnership with Food for the Poor all throughout the country. So, by all means necessary, we have now sent approximately $5.5 million worth of aid, which is 25 cargo planes, 3 ships, 22 containers, and it just keeps coming, and we are just doing the very best we can, and it's still not enough for Jamaica. And that's why we need everyone to continue to support. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So, do you guys remember about some of the donations we heard the week of the hurricane? The week of the hurricane, like 2 days after the hurricane, we heard a lot of companies are sending us stuff, and you guys are asking, where are the aids? Where are the things that was sent for us? Andrew, are you thief them? No, bitch. No. Some of them are just getting here. I just love a good in-your-face moment. I love it. I love when people are loud, wrong, and strong, and then the evidence comes and just takes them like a boomerang effect in your face. So, some of the relief items got here today. Tons of them got in today. Remember I told you that we have remember I told you that when you hear about 40 and 50 ton of relief items, half of it is water. Well, some of the items got here today on a cruise ship, okay? The cruise ship has been doing well. Do you guys remember Bethany Frankel dropping off some stuff the first week of the hurricane, and we heard that Disney gave us $1 million? Well, some of those items are just getting here. And that was from the first week of the hurricane. I tell you, y'all need to stop making public mischief, but are you gonna stop? Absolutely not. Because it just makes you nice and fuzzy. It provides you with entertainment. You keep pouring doo-doo of lies on your country. You know, not a patriot. You're a sellout. You're a sell big freaking out. You know? But anywho, my dear friends, Michael Capone and the other team from Global Empowerment Mission. So when you hear about Global Empowerment Mission, they've partnered with Royal Caribbean. So Global Empowerment Mission is GEM. Remember, I told you guys, GEM is not going to leave here until they build some houses. That's how GEM works. So GEM is a part of this Global Empowerment Mission. Good 360 USA is Bethany Frankel. When you hear about Good 360, that's Bethany Frankel. And oftentimes she partners with Disney, or Disney partners with her, I should say, and some other people, right? So, do you guys know how you say the government is not doing anything? But these people, the government has to like give them entry to send things here and stuff. Some companies that want to send stuff here, the government cannot take them because some of them contains ingredients that aren't fit under our Ministry of Health and separate. They're not suitable for our consumption. Our food quality control is extremely high. It is so high in the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, but in the Caribbean. So foods that they consume, like, for example, the United States, It's not like American foods. I'm not trashing them. It's just the truth. They have some preservatives and some additives that is unacceptable everywhere else in the world. So some food items cannot come here, right? Remember I told you guys that. So now we have food for the poor, JDF, all of these people that will be distributing products. When you see a lot of people distributing products here, it is because, alright, you may see some non-government organizations, right? And you may say the government is not doing anything. Even though they are NGOs, they are still connected to the government. It's weird, but it's true. Even though a lot of them are NGOs, they are still connected to the government. And in a lot of these donations, the government is told, say for example, the government gets $10 million or $100 million from Europe, right? What they'll do is say, you're gonna give $100 million, say $100 million, right? They normally tell the government that from this 100 million, you're gonna give 10 million to an NGO, which is a non-government organization, right? And then with that $10 million for the NGO are being instructed how to handle the $10 million. They tell them specifically to buy food that was manufactured in Jamaica and distributed. So when you have ball, and I say, see the food that will come from foreign, sometimes on the food. Sometimes they might tell the government to buy food from the manufacturers in the country. Read. You don't have to read for see something here. You see all the foreign food on a ball for see and the food. Even though it says food, it a tell the government to buy the food from your local company to help stimulate back your economy. So that is why you would see like Caribbean Choice, Miracle, New Pack. And you're not going to see much Grace because much of Grace items make a Brazil or other country, right? But you will see Grace doing their donations because Grace has never left out the country. Grace is always doing something for the country, Digicel too. But the government cannot buy much from Grace unless that specific product is made here. You will see Lasco because Lasco is made here. Not all of their products, some. Right? But you're going to see the Jamaican dominated brands the care package them. That's the food that they're talking about. It's not their food from their country. They're telling the government to buy the food from the local manufacturer. And they're telling them specifically, like, buy 10 ton of foods. And then what the government have to do? Because I saw one the other day. I was somewhere and I saw a group of representatives coming in to collect the stuff. And it's like they have a money order that they give to the company. And when they show up at the company has to verify the money order, verify the person that show up ID, and then know that person is sent to a pickup location. And then they have to give back them an invoice as well. It's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. But I was blessed the other day. It was last week to be at a particular location to witness, that transaction going down. And it would seem so simple to you guys. On the outside, if you don't witness these things, it would seem so simple. But what the government has to do is send a representative like to Caribbean Choice with like a money order. Cause some of the money not coming in yet. So when Caribbean Choice deliver the something to the location where the government asks them to deliver, the government get the invoice from Caribbean Choice and send it to the people who pledge the donation. And then the money will come. And I believe the money is going to Caribbean Choice directly. So you see a lot of owners say the government thief, the government not even get the money. The government is not even getting the money. The government has to be handling the logistics of that out of them pockets. We need to do better because we're out here creating a lot of public mischief out of arrogance, pure arrogance. And if I can find these things out, well, if you're not in a building to witness certain things, that part, I can't blame you guys about. But you see the rest of it? Read the donations, read them. Because you see a lot of what you guys think of food that come from foreign. You have to look up the government say, from your local producers, buy from your local people. And the food that come from foreign. No food that come from foreign, because a lot of them food, is not suitable. It's either them having too much protein, they have too much this stuff. It's local foods, and it's telling them to buy the foods locally. That's why I see so much locally made stuff. I want complaints they want to and food them. Read the donations when you see them. You can actually track them. You can track them. You can just, every company where you hear say donate in every country, just look for it online. If you find it one place, you find it. Or you can Google search certain terminologies where you see. But anywho, Jem got some stuff today. They have moved 2,035 pallets of water and other goods. They're gonna be here until January 2026. But I think they're gonna be here beyond that. They're saying, goods are gonna keep coming in until January 2026. Again, a lot of these things will not be distributed by who you guys are looking to distribute them. You're gonna see some being distributed by Bob Marley Foundation, JDF, Food for the Poor, and so on.